Well, hello, this is Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room, and I am ready to do some stamping. And if you are catching me on the live, I'm glad to have you here and looking forward to you crafting with me. And if you're catching the replay, welcome. And yes, I hope you get some new ideas as well. And be sure to leave a comment so that I know that you are there so I can enter you in the draw. And yes, so thank you for joining me tonight. We are going to have some fun because it is celebration time, my favorite time of the year, where we get to look at all the wonderful items that we have that we can earn free with in Canada for a $60 purchase of Stampin' Up! Products. So tonight we're going to have a look at this farm paper, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in real life. So my absolute favorite page is this one. Like, oh my goodness, aren't they ever adorable? And what is really neat about these is you can either choose, if you're a fussy cutter, you can choose to fussy cut. If not, do not worry, because if you have the matching bundle, which is on the farm, this bundle has the stamp set, of course, as you can see, exactly the same animals, and dies. So look at this. You can cut out the cow, and you can cut out the pigs, and you can even cut out the sheep. So amazing that they do this now, that we can cut out even from the designer paper. And it just adds so much to what we can do by using the stamps and then the dies and the paper. So, good evening. Yes, I should turn this on so I can hopefully see you and see your comments. It's Joanne. Hello, Joanne. Nice you could join me. Aren't these animals ever adorable? Oh my goodness, I love any animals. So there we go. And so let's have a look at the other papers. So the flip side of this is a plaid. And then we have, and some of these I'm only going to show you a small piece because I've used so many of them already. Then we have this one with the cute little chicks and the ducks. And then look at this one, chicken wire. Oh my goodness, that would be useful for so many farm pictures and cards. And then we have this one, which we're going to do something with this one in a little while. And then the flip side is this, which we're also going to use tonight. And then we have this one, and I'm going to show you some cards that I have made with this one. It looks very plain, but amazing what you can do. So kind of like a burlap on that side. Again, very farmish. And then we have this one, which is a whole bunch of hills. You can see I've been cutting from it, and we will be using that tonight. And then we're going to have the vegetables. And if you joined me last week, I did two cards with that. I did our large carrot, and then I did the small bunch of carrots. And that is from this sheet of designer paper. Okay, and then the flip side was this beautiful yellow stripe. And then, whoops, upside down, we have this large page, which, yes, it does seem obvious that we could use this one for scrapbooking. But if you think of it, here could be a card, and here could be a card, and here could be a card. You can still cut it up and use it as card fronts. And then the flip side is this absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the right color on it, but that's a very nice a balmy blue with just the white flowers. So very, very pretty. Okay, so this is the gorgeous paper. You get two, they're 12 by 12, and you get two of each. And here is one sample of a card that I have made, and we're going to make one like this. Is anyone else? I see there's a few more. Be sure to say hello. Oh, someone else is coming. That's super. Okay, so what we're going to do, again, there are several different ways that we can do this. That must be Yvonne. Way down there in Mexico. And then here are some of the paper, which I did cut out with the dies. So I didn't stamp these ones. These ones are the designer paper. So I did the sheep and I did the pig and I also did an extra one. Yep, that's me. Nice to have you with us, Yvonne. And do you see this one? Look at this. It is really cool. At first I couldn't figure out what that was about. But I'll show you that in the dies, they have this strange piece here. And what it is when you put it through your die cutting machine, you're going to put this inside of it. And it just easily fits. You can see it moves around a little bit, but it really doesn't matter. You just lay that in there. And that's how you get the little swirls. So I thought, wow, what a clever idea that was. So I didn't do that one for that one, but we have one. So we're going to make some choices here in a little bit. And then we're going to take our paper that we had these hills, and we're going to choose some hills. So what we want to do is take our scissors, and if we remember, this is our card front size, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to want some hills. Maybe we'll go on this side. Should we go on this side? Let me see. Yeah, I think we will because I ended up cutting that little piece off. So let's go this way. So from this end, let's see. We certainly don't want bigger than that. So we're going to cut here on this line, just like this. This one might have some bigger hills. See, this way, each card could be just a little bit unique and different. And then we'd have to cut it flat. But see, well, I don't know. Do we want it that? That looks too much to me. So we're going to take it from this next side up. Oop. Am I missing anybody else? Those swirls. Yeah, isn't that ever cute? I thought that was very clever. Like I said, at first I couldn't figure out what they were. That's why I really like when I get a new set of dies, I always like to experiment a little bit with them. Just cut them out and kind of see what they do. They're so creative in all their ideas of how they design things now. Yes, I like that much better. So what I'm going to do, I don't want too much. So I'm going to say right there. And I just flip it over. And I just make sure I don't cut it shorter, but I can always trim a little bit off once it's glued on. But that way, we have our piece. So before we do that, so we're almost ready, we are now going to make the background. And as you can see here, I've used just a little bit of blue. And so how I've achieved that, of course, is our blending brush with our balmy blue ink. I'm going to move the animals over there because I don't trust myself. I might get it all over the place. So we're just going to put it in swirls on the ink pad and dab off to make sure we don't get a big blotch. And then when I come onto the paper, I go very, very, very lightly, because if you don't, then it could create some big splotches, and we don't want. Oops, and I even turned it a little too fast there. But we just want to give little swirls just to create a nice sky in the background. So again, very light. And as you've gone around a little bit more, then you can use a little more force and then press down. And then that way you can get the last bit of ink on there. And I know we have hills, but I'm going to do it to about there so that we make sure we can get it all covered. So again, lightly on the paper and swirls. Okay, and now we can go a little bit heavier. And definitely getting blue. All right. How is everybody doing tonight? It was nice to see a little bit of sunshine today, wasn't it? Okay, especially after rain. Although, Yvonne, you're seeing lots of sunshine. That's why you got out of this rain. All right. So now we're going to, I think that's good. You don't want to do too much. Or at least I don't. I don't want to make it a dark, gloomy day. So we're going to close up the ink pad and get that out of the way for now. And now we want to take our outside piece. So again, this is the piece that had the cows and the trees. And we're going to put some adhesive. And when I use my Stampin' Seal, I always start on my silicone mat, because sometimes when you go, I'll show you some, oh, that time it did. But sometimes when you do, it doesn't want to start right away. And so when I use the silicone mat, it catches onto it right away, and then it makes it just so easy. All right, so we're going to take this. Now, if you have the stamp set and dies, the set also includes hills. So even if you use up all your paper, I'll show you here. See how they have these hills? So you can create your own, which I think is really beautiful because, oh, got a little piece that didn't cover there. Because the reality is that once we use up the paper, then you have some more options to make your farm. Oh boy, I'm having trouble here. Come on. It doesn't want to slide over there. Okay. So now, and the nice thing here is you could do your grass and different, like in Alberta and the prairies, you have different colors, and you could do that on there, which is really nice. Okay, so now I'm still having a tiny little spot. You know, instead of fiddling with that anymore, I'm just going to cut a tiny little sliver off of there. I purposely don't edit my videos because, you know what, we all make a little bit of boo-boos, and the nice thing is that I can show you how I can fix them. There we go. Now we don't have anything showing there, I don't think. Nope. Okay, so now what do we want to put on there? So out of the other paper, I also cut some more trees. So here I have 3 trees. I have our animals here. We could use the curly sheep or not. And then I also cut some of these other ones. So here's a goose and a chicken. Oops. Tiny. I know these ones I fussy cut. Some of you don't like fussy cutting, and you know what? That's just fine, because you can use the dies and you can cut out these amazing animals. So what are we going to use, ladies? Lots of sunshine. Yes, I bet you're enjoying that, Yvonne. Wonderful. Enjoy it. So now help me decide, what should we do? So on this one here, I put a cow and pigs, but we could put a duck. And the paper had a little bit of blue inside. And what I thought would be a good way to fix that is by taking our Guardian Green and just going inside. It might be a little bit darker, but at least it won't be blue. And I didn't quite get that edge. Let's see if we can cover that up. Okay, so here, if we choose that, it's not as obvious. So now we have a duck. We also have some chickens. So here again, we could cover it up. Tell me, ladies, what would you like? Should we put a duck and chickens and chicks on this one? Or should we do the bigger farm animals. Anybody got some ideas? While I finish coloring this one little spot in between their legs, that would be too small to cut. All right, let's have a look what this could look like. We have a chicken. Actually, we got to get the little baby chicks. Should we use the chicks on these ones? Whoops! Come back here, chick. Isn't that cute? So then we have a duck, and then we could put this off in the fields back there, or we could put some trees. What you think, ladies? What should we do? See if I can tuck those in there. So I left a little bit of room there. Or should we take this one out and put the tree? I think we should put the tree. So just get that under there a little bit, and then we'll glue the tops. I just like to make sure I know where I want to place them. You like the pig, the cow plus the chickens. Oh, okay, how are we going to do that? The cow, we have to slide them all over because the cow, we don't want him not looking at the chickens. Oh, that would be cute. So maybe this guy over here and the mummy. And what else did you say? The trees too, yes. And maybe the duck could go up there. Or does he look proportion-wise? I think that's okay because the duck. What do you think? Does that look good? I don't think we want to put more animals on there. I think we're going to leave it at that. So now what I do once I have my placement is then I just tuck the trees under, but then I just lift this up and put a little bit of glue here. And my glue is not going to work on me tonight. I didn't think that was empty, but I have another one here. All right. If all else fails. Okay, and then I will turn it this way, just make sure I do have my tree going straight up and down, not a leaning tree. Okay, you like that? That looks good. All right, and then we're going to put a little bit under here and under here. Turn it back so we make sure we don't get it crooked. I think that looks good. Okay, now, the duck. Did we? Yeah, we put the green on there. Yeah, I thought, how do we do this with the blue paper underneath? But when you put this guy on here, you really can't see that I have colored it. So I think that will work. Aren't they cute? We had a little hobby farm growing up, and it was my chickens and my job, so I had to do the dirty job of cleaning the chicken coop. And of course, the fun job was selling the eggs. But it was enjoyable, especially when there was baby chicks. And it was so cute. One time, the mother hen was laying her eggs, and wouldn't you know it, she died the day that the baby chickies were hatched. And so we had to bring the baby chicks inside with a heat lamp and take care of them. And we had a dog, a larger dog, we called Rusty. And those chicks would follow her around just like they were, it was their mommy. It was pretty adorable. So the dog's name was Rusty, and there was one in particular that followed the dog, Rusty, all over the place. So we called it Trusty Rusty. Well, the bad part, and this is the joy of living on a farm, is the chicken grew up to be a rooster, and he was pretty mean. He got me quite a few times. So much for being Trusty Rusty. Oh boy, joy of living on a farm. All right, now we need a background. And so what I have here is the garden green. Again, this is one of the colors that is in our set here. Does that look straight on the bottom? Something looks crooked. We're going to take a little sliver off of there. Let's see. There we go. Oh, now I got a little bit. Oops, sorry, that's making a lot of noise. Okay, come back in here, card. Ah, I guess it was too much of a small little sliver. It left a little bit of threads. Usually doesn't do that, but I was getting it pretty thin there. Okay, so now we're going to put some glue on the back of this. And, or adhesive. I'm trying to use my Stampin' Seal more because it is sometimes can be messy on the fingers. But it does definitely hold very well. It's a good adhesive. Okay, so we're going to put this right like that. And so now we have some different farm animals. From this one here, you see both of them? So we have a little bit of a different farm going on there. And then to go inside, we could use our pigs. Should we put some pigs on the inside or the sheep? Yeah, let's do the pigs. They're more colorful. We're going to have some pigs. There's a cute little baby pig, a little piglet. So let's put the pig in here. And then we have a lot of farm animals. All right. So let's put our seal on here. And put this on the inside. Oh, wrong card. I'll show you what I did there in a minute. Whoops, not upside down. Oh, goodness. Okay. Little border all the way around. There we go. So here we've got the two. What did I do in this one? Oh, I put the sheep. So there we go. I put a sheep on this one and this one here. Now we put the little piggies inside, which I think they're just so adorable. So there we have two farm. Isn't that ever cute? That turned out really well. And what happened here? I moved something. There we go. Okay, so those are two with that paper. Now I'm going to show you another one that we have using this paper here. And what I did, and yes, I like fussy cutting. If you don't like to, you don't have to do this one. But I chose to take the same images here, the tree, the cute little sheep, and the cow, and I just popped them up on dimensionals, and I added this ribbon with a sentiment. And again, a very easy card to make, and it looks pretty cool. Then I did another one. And so this one, I just used the entire piece for the background. And I used our decorative circle punch. And I stamped the farm and the clouds, which I kind of thought were like thinking bubbles. Thinking happy thoughts of you, I put on there. So, and then inside I put the barn. So I also, and I don't know if you can see it. No, I don't know if you can see it. I also put Winkastella in the clouds. So again, some little options of things that you can do. So there are two more ideas. And of course, in the catalog, they give you an idea with a scrapbooking page, which of course that one page is just fabulous for that. And yeah, so many more different things that you can do. And then, of course, with our special little bundle here, which opens it up. So this one is in our paper. And if you really like fussy cutting, you can cut that one out too. But it is so much fun. So there we go, ladies. We did some farm tonight. Good evening. Yes. So have a good night, ladies. Thanks for joining me. And be sure to check out my blog at Madeline's Craft Room on Facebook for more ideas. And also on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to do that so that you can see what other videos I have. So thanks for joining me. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.